in this lesson we're going to learn the different parts of the bass. Now I'm going to point out that I'm using a 4-string that the folks at Spector were nice enough to send me, because I thought the 6-string might be a little too confusing for those that are beginners. So anyway, starting at the top of the bass, we have the headstock. If you think of it, head, neck, body. Okay? Headstock, tuning keys or tuners. Obviously, that's how you're going to get your strings in tune. Now, the strings don't vibrate behind this bar that kind of starts the neck. This is called the nut. And it's between the nut and the bridge, actually the individual saddles on the bridge. That's where the string stops vibrating on this end. So that's very important. On the neck, on the front, you have the fretboard, or if you're playing a fretless bass, it's called the fingerboard. The frets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on down. And the fret wire is where you put your finger, and the idea is to stop the string from vibrating at that wire. Okay? Most basses have position markers. You'll find them at 3, 5, 7, 9, and 12. That's your octave. Your open string, if you press down on 12, that's just one higher. Okay? From the octave, okay, you see the pattern, if I can get it in here, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Now if you think of this as 0 again, the pattern repeats, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then this would be 12 for a total of 24. If you want to count it straight across, 12, 15, 17, 19, 21. Okay? That brings us to the body. The body has a top and a back. On the back, you'll usually find an access panel to your control cavity. And some basses that have batteries will have a separate cavity for the battery. My big boy does. This one, the battery's actually inside the control cavity, so that's where I'll go to replace the battery. Here is the input jack. You use an instrument cable, not a speaker cable. Very important, because they're designed for different things, and using the wrong one can cause damage to your amplifier. So make sure it's an instrument cable between the instrument and the amp, and if you have a separate amp and cabinet, then you'd use a speaker cable between those two. Coming back to the top, we talked about the bridge and the individual saddles. These are the pickups. We have a neck pickup and a bridge pickup. We have electronic controls. You'll have at least one volume. Basses with more than one pickup might have 2 volumes, or it might be a volume and a balance control. You're going to have tone controls anywhere from 1 to more than you'll ever need, okay, on some of the really complex basses. But to find out, read the manual or go online for the company that made the bass. You can also ask the friendly salesman that sold it to you, okay? So, let's review one more time. Head or headstock, neck, body. On the headstock we have tuners. Here's the nut. The fretboard is on top of the neck. Frets, fret wires, position markers, which by the way are also repeated on the top so you can see them. Top and back of the body, bridge, individual bridge saddles, pickups, volume, maybe a balance, and some tone controls. Input jack and strap buttons here and here so that you can strap on, keep your bass safe when you're playing. Okay, that's everything you need to know for now. Let's move on.